Hello, colleagues, and how are you? Have you ever seen blood move like a stack of falling coins inside a living vessel? This is absolutely mesmerizing. This is mesmerizing. This mesmerizing phenomenon is known as the Rolex formation and is a critical red flag in popliteal vein pseudoaneurysms. Today we are decoding the complex hemodynamics that transforms smooth blood flow into dangerous sluggish pattern. So the clinical stack here, a popliteal pseudoaneurysm is a ticking time bomb for deep vein thrombosis, but the secret to predicting risk lies in the physics of blood flow. We are diving deep into venous hemodynamics to understand why Rolex formation occurs in these specific vascular pockets. Learn how to identify these patterns before they lead to life-threatening complication. So what happens when laminar flow fails in the lower extremities? In this technical breakdown, we analyze the unique hemodynamic environment of the popliteal vein during pseudoaneurysms formation. We explore the radiological changes, the trigger of red blood cell aggregation, and what these visual markers tell us about the patient's underlying vascular health. So what you are seeing here, guys, is um, it's an unnatural phenomenon. It's a very unnatural phenomenon there. So this um, is a 46-year-old male who presented with swelling and discomfort behind the knee. The referring clinician requested an ultrasound to exclude deep venous thrombosis. However, what I just discovered now was far more interesting. Was this a thrombus? Is this a thrombus? Is this a thrombus? Definitely not. So let's us analyze this fascinating case together. Our patient is 46-year-old male who presented with the pain in the popliteal region, mild swelling behind the knee, progressive discomfort while walking, no obvious skin discoloration, no acute signs of limb ischemia. The primary clinical concern was deep venous thrombosis from the referring clinician. So a comprehensive vascular ultrasound examination is the one that you are seeing that I did there. So you can see the grayscale finding. So we can identify the what we have there. These thick echogenic contents inside the the popliteal vein, and you can also see that the vein is dilated. The popliteal vein is dilated, but you can see that the Rolex formation is affecting both the artery and the vein. So this phenomenon that we have here is the suspicion of what is called the Rolex formation, which is also known as the spontaneous echo contrast. So it's, have you ever heard about a spontaneous echo contrast? Spontaneous echo contrast. So I think some of you have heard about it. I think some of you have heard about it, and then some of you are yet to appreciate what we have there. So, what exactly causes this Rolex formation? What causes Rolex formation? Do you have an idea of what causes it? So, Rolex formation occurs when red blood cells stack together like coins. This usually develops in areas of slow blood flow, venous stasis, large vascular cavities, aneurysms, pseudoaneurysms. So in this case, you can see that the popliteal vein is dilated like that. So that's a classical pseudoaneurysm. So unlike a thrombus, these red cells they aggregate, but they remain mobile. They are not a clot as such. They move with the gentle compression, patient reposition, or changes in blood flow, as you can see there. So recognizing this phenomenon prevents one of the most common vascular ultrasound mistakes. So what is a popliteal vein pseudoaneurysm? So the pseudoaneurysm that we have there, a popliteal vein pseudoaneurysm is an uncommon vascular abnormality caused by disruption of the venous wall The most possible causes are trauma, previous surgery, venous catheterization, infection, degeneration of the venous wall. Because blood escapes throughout a defect but remains contained by surrounding tissue, a pseudoaneurysm cavity develops. Blood entering this cavity slowly or dramatically, encouraging Rolex formation. So that is exactly what is now taking place there. So a Rolex formation is formed. So also we've got differentials to this diagnosis. Whenever you encounter echogenic material inside a venous lesion, consider acute venous thrombosis, chronic thrombus, Rolex formation, slow flow artifact, venous aneurysm, popliteal cyst with internal or debris, and vascular malformation. So use of color Doppler is also very important, but I have tried my best to use it. So the clinical importance, misdiagnosed Rolex formation is a thrombus can lead to unnecessary anticoagulation, additional imaging, increased patient anxiety, delayed different treatment. So conversely, overlooking a true thrombus can also have serious consequences, like understanding venous hemodynamics is therefore critical for accurate diagnosis. So you guys must understand the hemodynamics of blood flow. So what you should understand when you're doing an ultrasound scan is echogenic blood is not always a thrombus. So you must always evaluate suspected clot using multiple ultrasound techniques. So you must also use the compression technique. So in my case, you can see that the popliteal vein was compressed nicely. Whenever possible, use optimized color Doppler as well to check for flow in the spectral Doppler. So you must observe whether internal echoes swell or remain fixed. You must always correlate findings with the patient's clinical history. So the final diagnosis that I've made in this case, after assessing these images, um, is a popliteal vein pseudoaneurysm with marked Rolex formation secondary to slow venous hemodynamics. So no definitive occlusive thrombus is identified in this case. So this case beautifully demonstrates how understanding vascular physiology can completely change in ultrasound diagnosis. Sometimes what appears to be a thrombus is simply blood moving so slowly that red blood cells temporarily aggregate, creating the classic appearance of Rolex formation. So you must always recognize this phenomenon and can prevent misdiagnosis and improve patient management. If you found this case educational, please like, subscribe, and share this video with your colleagues. Leave a comment below. Have you ever mistaken Rolex formation for venous thrombosis during ultrasound examination? Let's be honest. Let's share our thoughts, our findings, our experiences. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next fascinating ultrasound case on Medical Ultrasound Academy. I hope you guys are enjoying the presentations. So if you have never seen a Rolex formation, I think you are now in a position to appreciate it in future. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.